the 100th episode in the series of Football Life. They're hitting the century mark this Friday night. Did you know?
Awesome.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
It's indeed 100th episode of a Football Life on the NFL Network, 9 Eastern Time on Friday. And it's John Randle's Football Life, and the Pro Football Hall of Famer joins me here on the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, John?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Better for chatting with you. How are all life good with you, John?
Yes, sir. Everything is awesome.
Okay. Where do you live in the off season or regular? Now that you're no longer a player, where do you live, John?
I live in Minnesota.
Okay. So, do you believe in the Vikings this year, just like everybody up there, John?
Of course I do. I bleed purple, man. Come on.
No, I know that, but I mean, as they're currently constituted, Case Keenum, the whole thing, you think they can go the distance, John Randle?
You know, as a former player, I mean, used to be as being now a former player, I look at it one game at a time. But for overall, yes, I do. I believe in them. This game, it wasn't this game that they lost. I look at it as a game that wasn't a blowout. It was a closely fought game. And I think the mistakes that they made were minor mistakes that they can easily correct and get right back on track.
Okay. John Randle, Hall of Famer, joining me here on the show. Let's talk about your football life. What am I going to learn? Have you seen it, by the way? Have you seen it?
I've seen bits and pieces of it. I'm going to wait and watch it with my family so we can all watch it together. I normally don't like watching myself on TV, even the old tracks for myself. I don't like watching it, but I want to watch it with my family and just see their natural reaction of it.
Okay. What do you hope that they learn? What do you hope that everybody learns about you from this show, John?
From it, about me, how I was so different from what they saw on the football field. My upbringing, because my old childhood home was torn down, but NFL Films reconstructed in Philadelphia at the studios. And when I first saw it, I couldn't believe it that they had done it, such a close resemblance of it.
So hold on a minute, but before you go on here, so you mean you're Mumford, Texas, where your hometown? Is that what you're saying? You're
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what do you mean they recreated it? They rebuilt it at NFL Films?
They rebuilt the inside of it. It made a set that, it was just so real. And when I went back and saw it, you're going to see me really get emotional because it was almost identical to what I grew up in as a kid. Down to the black and white television, the little things that they did with the details.
And now you're Pro Football Hall of Famer. Let's talk a little bit about that football journey from Trinity Valley Community College to Texas A&M University, Kingsville, and suddenly you get taken into the National Football League by the Minnesota Vikings. What was it like walking into that locker room in 1990, John?
I can remember riding over to Winter Park and getting out the car with a bunch of other rookies, free agents. We walk off in there, and they were kind of telling guys, what position. The guy would go running back over there. The guy said linebacker over there. And then I walk up at 245 pounds and say, defensive line. And they were like, oh, no. You're not gonna make it at that. So, that was a part of my journey. Coming in and backing up Chris Dolman, Henry Thomas, Keith Millar, and Al Noga. These pretty much all pro guys. And me being an unknown guy, most people would have given me a chance of nothing to making it. And I can remember I had to do my first interview with a reporter, and the reporter's exact words were that he wanted to talk to me because I wasn't supposed to be there for about a week, and then they were going to release me.
And now, again, you're in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. John Randle joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. A couple more minutes with him. Who was the toughest you ever had to face, John?
In practice was Randall McDaniel, and he was such a such a nice guy off the field, but on the field, man, he taught me a lot because he told me, he goes, either going against me, you're either going to get better or you're going to get worse. So every day it was a battle I had to go through against this all-pro bowler, and he made me better. But as an opponent, the best was Larry Allen, the Dallas Cowboys.
Wow.
I mean,
Sure.
bench pressing 692 pounds, Larry Allen.
He's a bad man. When did you first start putting the eye black all over your face and barking like a dog before the game, John? When did that happen?
That started out, I think, the 94, 95 season. We kind of just fell into something, and me being very superstitious, I kind of, we fell into it, and I went in the game. I got 3 sacks, and I said, if I got 3 sacks doing it, I had to continue to do that because I was very superstitious.
Did you ever legitimately scare somebody? Legit.
Yeah. You know, I actually scared a couple of my teammates because they definitely, when your teammate goes in the shower before the game, fully clothed, pours water down his back on his face, and he's painting his face all black, yeah, it kind of distanced me away from some of my teammates.
Makes you question your judgment a little bit. I see what you're saying.
But, I think as the season went on, guys started understanding it. I think Mike Tice, at the time, who was one of my teammates, was a guy who always looked forward to me putting on the eye black. And he used to always tell me, hey, where's your eye black? Hey, Johnny, where's the eye black? So it became just a ritual and just a normal process for me.
Who's the best? Last one for you, John Randle. Who's the best pass rusher in the National Football League today? Who do you think's the best at it?
Oh my God! You know what? There's several defensive tackles out there that I really like. Aaron Donaldson, but I got to go with Everett Griffin because his energy after the sack, and I kind of got close to Everett. I've talked to him on several occasions, and he reminds me of me so much with the energy because most guys, it don't really seem like they're having fun, and Everett is always out there having fun and playing the game the way it's supposed to be played.
Okay. Do you remember the first time we ever met, John?
No.
You don't remember that? You remember shooting a Sports Center commercial, a Y2K Sports Center commercial?
Oh, yes. I remember that. I do remember that.
Where you were in my office?
Yes. Remember that? I do remember that. Remember playing Jenga?
We had a generator, and we were playing some sort of game, and you were eating peaches out of a can, John Randle.
Yes, it was Jenga. We were doing Jenga.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah?
I do remember that.
Yeah, you just don't remember it was me because I had all that hair. You look the same.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to say, yeah. You're supposed to say, I look great right now, John. That's what you're supposed to say.
No, I just said I look good. I said, yeah. I I'm not going to argue with you to say yeah.
Okay. Have a great football life on a viewing party on Friday with your family, John. Thanks for joining.
Oh, well, thank you. Let's go Vikes.
You got it. Friday, 9 Eastern time on NFL Network.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.